I'm just gonna have to change this again in a second. Oh well, though. I was thinking if I can get a result, I would have the most recent result. Oh, but then they added that other tournament. Darn, unfortunate. Um, I told Ajurat that I was gonna try an updated version of my Ghoul for Ace, but since I'm against Dexter, I'm actually going to try Toxic Shrooms. I think he'll beat me because he has a very... Oh, he's fucking playing Sigismar. Why? Alright. Are you allowed to stream snipe? I'm calling you on Discord right now. I thought you wanted to be on mic. You can do whatever you feel you need to do. If you feel like you need to stream snipe to win, then you are more than welcome to do so. This is a really rough pick for my opening hand, honestly. Alright, let's get that music going. Can't believe you're playing Sigismar. Oh, you're practicing for the podcast tournament, aren't you? I guess I should have remembered that. To be fair, I don't think Gulrang could have held up against your Sigismar either. I'm gonna see if I can try hard with this deck, though. You have a really good opening, as usual. It's time someone knock Dexter out. I haven't tested this deck too much, though. Ouch. You know, Dexter has been taking some computer classes. I think Dexter has been hacking me anytime we play against each other. I have never had worse draw than when playing against Dexter this week. My my Tasia Surprise deck, like, I'm not gonna say it's highly competitive, but I just drew so bad that it wasn't even playable. Alright, you need Mountain, but you've got it now. I don't know if splitting is good, but that's what I'm gonna do. Interesting choice. It does block me. Oh, yeah, and you get the double move. Nice, nice. Like I said, splitting maybe not the best idea, but you could have um just done the same on the other side anyways. All right. Oh, I do know that Dexter has been playing Grand Endeavor. Do my C. I'm too fucking clean. Where the hell I've been? Ooh, not the spy. Yeah, this song's really good. All right, who do we who do we have in the tournament here? So we ended with 26 players. So pretty small tournament here. Oh, fucking clean. Is that not allowed? Where do you see prizes? Okay. um, I was gonna say, is Runefolk playing today? Runefolk is not. That very well could mean that Freeloader is gonna win the hero race. So Belteshazzar got a bye. Looks like Aklo got a bye. Freeloader got a bye. El Wee Wee. All the marbles. And Boston. Hey, Boston Beaver is back. I still have 7 left. But honestly, I kind of just want to play Rin and Arok at the moment. Arok is so much fun. I do kind of wish that they changed her hero ability timing, but I wouldn't want them to make it just tap it and use it. I would want it to still be a little tricky. Frickin' Sigismar. Interesting that you use Ortis Overseer in a normal Siggy deck. I wonder how that's been going for you. If it would be 4 instead of 5, that would be massive already. Yeah, that would be a pretty cool change as well. I just hate how it is very common where you don't get a chance to use it just one more time. And my idea would be to do it at dusk. Um, it would still have like an element of risk because whatever you grab, if you play it, it's just gonna go to reserve after. Um, but it could make an interesting difference. Are you doing what I think you're doing? You are not. What are you doing? You sure you want to sleep that, bruv? Okay. I was about to say. I think I think I'm still in a really bad situation here though. Um and I think I actually lose unless I block, which is unfortunate. Oh, I can't undo that. That's interesting. Um hey, hey. Yeah, I didn't count. I should have counted first. I was just going off of the I needed to play that shroom in forest. I should have tried harder to beat Dexter. I'm sorry for letting you all down. If I would have just counted and stacked, could have been a little longer. But then I wouldn't have got to do the fun shroom things. Not using any uniques either. Explain to us the decision of using Ortis Overseer. What? No! Belteshazzar, what happened? No. I just saw you spectating. Oh. I also think this says both of these players were missing. What is going on here? I swear I saw him spectating my game. Uh, all right. Oh, here's a good one. Argon 11 versus Freeloader. It's a cheap card that can make a token. But it only makes a token if you're behind, or the support ability, I guess. And you have the cadets, so you just like making lots of tokens in general. I have it in my Ghoul deck, but what the heck is this song? Oh, it's from Persona 5. Sorry, I didn't really like the sound of that one. All right. Do I remember how to cast? So we have Tasia versus Basira here. Ooh, classic Bravos Tooth Fairy with the double sabotage and a resupply. It's a good little tech with the Haven, I'm assuming. Pretty straightforward Tasia deck we see here from Freeloader so far. Spindle, all your usual plant subjects, Ogun, Floral Tint. Basira could have a couple different things here. So far, it's seeming pretty straightforward, and with the inclusion of Fire Rabbit and Kyron, I would assume there's an Occlute, which very well could come out soon. Honestly, might be better to wait until. Maybe not. Maybe now is the best time. Exhaust that aloe, or else it's probably gonna get anchored. Oh, the sabotage, yeah, on that tooth fairy. I was gonna ponder why the spindle harvester was played before the aloe, but now seeing the second spindle come out, that's exactly why. Much cheaper card, two spindles, gonna bring it online basically no matter what, and it allows you to play the spindle bastion and the spindle harvesters. Shroom is gonna go bye bye, but we are going to see the spindle harvesters boost up and then resupply. On the Basira side, the Tooth Fairy did lose fleeting due to the Bravos Vanguard. Very luckily, there's nothing to sabotage. Well, shoot, the resupply from, yeah, and it is a unique Parvati. Um, Better played from hand though, and these terrains are not the best for that Parvati. Two from reserve with a resupply though, very good. With Tasia, as long as you're up one expedition here and you have this setup, two spindles, spindle harvesters, two spindle bastions, you're looking pretty good in my mind. The ultimate play right now would be a Jack Frost on this Bravos Vanguard, but this being a very straightforward Tasia, probably no Jack Frost in the list Ooh, and the O-gun. Also, something to boost the Tiny Jin would be good for Basira right here. But as I figured, the Bravos Vanguard's gonna come here, bring that Tooth Fairy back around for another day. Let's take a look at our bracket while this resolves. Tasha's gonna stay one expedition ahead after this. Yeah, just one. Let's refresh the bracket. All right. Iron Arma. Iron Arma always, you always falling asleep. Potato fell asleep. You guys got to stop falling asleep. All right. Looks like Andrew took down Yoandra Delacroix. Polandra took down Racelf. And Prolip, their opponent, or Polip, their opponent did not show. Boston Beaver took down Polip. Bye bye, Haven. Very interesting choice to not just play the Tooth Fairy. Get rid of that Lost in the Woods before playing out the Haven. Still a lot of options here for Basira. Could play all of these. Interesting, interesting. What are you playing at here, Argon 11? Plays the Chiron out to boost just the Chiron. Ooh, Thespian at this moment is great for Tasia. I think for Basira to at least block one side here, there's going to have to be something else that gives boosts. Teddy Jid will do it from reserve. But you need 3 more nature. It's not the side I thought you would have tried to block. See what we have cooking here. Hey, there you go. That does have 3 forests. Best viewers, but it does not have enough water. Not enough water. GG's. All right. Let's reload. That might be another listing for freeloader with that win. Looks like Aklo took down Wyvern, and we have El Wee versus Creative Chaos. Creative Chaos was able to take out Ferris Sparta. Nice. Let's look at all of the marbles versus Tasty Bacon. It's been a while since we've gotten to see some all of the marbles gameplay. Tasia versus Tasia. So we have the Leshy version of Tasia here. We have one move here and two moves here. There has to be a tiny Jin that was played here in mana, right? Because there's nothing else in discard. Um, Moona Druid, yep, tiny Jin. Very, very good setup on the expeditions, the regions for this Leshy again. And the rare version is gigantic. I feel like I've seen a little bit more of the rare Leshy coming out. Ooh, Cloth Cocoon, though. That is a perfect answer to that. Now, if you have a shroom or something else here, that should. Oh, no. No way to get the double move. I haven't tried any decks with Leshy. I think I maybe tried a Leshy at the very early period for like 2 days. Roll, roll, yo, fool. And the Hydra. Hopefully there is a chance. Oh no, Tasty passed again. I keep wanting to see that double move on these moments for Tasty Bacon, but it is not happening, which is very unfortunate. Which means this Hydra is going to get rather out of control. And with the play of Bountiful Meadow, I'm assuming we're going to see another Hydra coming out here. All of the marbles is bringing the Hydra back. Ooh, the sleep. Sleep is a decent answer. Mm. Gotta have something to follow up this Dracana with, though. Not the best follow up, but keep us in the game just a little bit here. The only problem with a slept Hydra is it's just gonna come back stronger the next afternoon. All right, what do we got here? Bacon with the opening. A Lost in the Woods costs 5 currently. I think this is a hard way out from here. Ooh, the Loki play. So we saw a unique Inari Turbo target character. Ooh, that would have been a very good move against one of the Hydras, but it is now taken away from Loki. And all of the marbles had to sacrifice was a mana reaping and a magic beans. Tasty Bacon calls the GG in the chat. Both players very honorably end their afternoon, and all of the marbles will take it. That was an interesting result there. Dexter, since I messed around and did not defeat him, has taken down Kulan Holy Guard. Let's see how the El Wee Wee game is going here. So El Wee Wee on the Fen against Creative Chaos on Tasia. El Wee Wee taking it away here. You may discard a card. I gain anchored at dusk. Each character controlled by target player gains fleeting. Yeesh. Unfortunate to see it in the reserve. A lot harder to play it from there, but still scary. Dang, Rapotter Otter against Fen is probably the worst time to play Rapotter Otter. Are we going to see an Anansi come out here? This is a very stacked reserve. Even if we don't see an Anansi come out, there are so many ways to discount cards, create troopers, all sorts of stuff here. I do like the stat distribution from creative. Oh, there's one discount, two discount. Okay. So we're gonna see the Cone Man get rid of one of these, I would assume. Yes. It's going to have anchored and creative passes. All right, looks like we didn't have anything else to get over those stats. Very, very good turn here for creative. But now all of those characters just got fleeting. There was one stat on the board here with this Paper Herald, but it would not be enough to progress. Hey, what's up, Jonathan Smith? Couldn't make this one. That's why I had you check the leaderboard. Yeah, there's one more weekend as well. And you can shoot up in points pretty easily. The other thing is if you know you will be available that day for the championship, you also have a good chance of getting in. Um, because often we'll have people that can't play, or people that just never join the Discord, or people that never answer. So I always roll down next in line. Ooh, beauty sleep. All right, we have an Anansi though, and I think, yeah, I think the Anansi is enough. GG. That was a good little showing here. Secures the win assuredly by using that Paper Herald support ability. All right, GG's Wee Wee, the fantastic Fen. Let's see here. See about Dexter. Okay, so uh Brazuzin was not missing. This says that some players were missing and it crossed them out, but they are still here and they are now playing against Dexter. All right, so we have a Faunus. Looks like a classic double Siggy move on the first day here. Faunus is building up some card advantage. Interesting to see a Baku this early. Another Siggy double move, though. I think that gives Dexter enough of a cushion to overcome the card advantage here. But we'll see. We'll see what it means for a Faunus and what they're going to do with it. Ah. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Ooh, only one move from a Faunus here, though. Um, yeah. Unfortunately, I know, I know the deck that Dexter is playing. I don't think there is a way for a Faunus out of this. And we'll see if I'm correct here. Hmm. All right, let's take a look at the bracket while they're thinking here. All right, Aklo took down Freeloader. What is Aklo playing? Aklo is playing, Fen and Crowbar. Yeah, very hard matchup. Tasia versus Fen. And so Polandra took down Andrew. And we're getting close to the finals here. Whoever wins this game has to go against Aklo. I need more cards, bruh. Yeah, but I feel like you're far enough ahead that if you get what you're trying to get, you'll be fine. Ooh, the Rhyme Frost. Afanis is in a bind here, though, because if they allow a move or not a move here on the companion side, Dexter's going to get to sabotage. But if they allowed the move, that's a GG for Siggy. Picks the Moth to a Flame for the sabotage. And now the Aphanis has to pick two themselves to get rid of. You didn't mana? What are you doing, boy? Nine out of 10 Aphanises don't run Banishing Gate, right? Another Moth to a Flame. Gonna get a Moth and boosts galore. Double move for the Aphanis here. Siggy does keep one card in hand and is going to get to sabotage again. Obviously, take out one of the Mage Dancers. From sale. Snooze that ad. Get out of here, ad. Ooh, teamwork training. That's two Mage Dancers down, so that's pretty good. Moth to a Flame can be a body over here, though. And it is a spell. Yeah. What you got in hand? Is that a frog? Except I still have no cards. Where's your grand endeavor? If you would have had your grand endeavor, this would have been over. Oh. Oh, the Baku got one. That sucks. Just watching this game end a slow, just smoldering death. Oh, wow. Well, is there a small step? Is there a small step? That's what this game comes down to right now. And I finally was able to pass the curse off to you. You are welcome. Ooh, no small step. No. What's the last card in hand? Darn. That was looking good for a moment. GG's. It's okay. I think this player is a newer player and you're already qualified, so and you got a good amount of points tonight still. All right. Let's check in on the Polandra game. Am I? I'm pretty sure. At one point you had like top 10 or something. You never got first or second. You don't have to get first or second. Am I gonna have to yell at you for never paying attention again? Oh, Dexter, Dexter, Dexter. All right, this is mommy. You're gonna get hit with an ad now because I snoozed it twice already, so it didn't interrupt Dexter's game. But this game is still kind of in the middle of it, so never look at the scores. Yeah, I mean you can never look at the scores, but you should probably look at the tournament structure at least. What's up, Spammy? How are you doing? How was the tumult? Nice. Elwiwi's putting in Tundra now to the Fen list. I love it. Is this the event where Elwiwi gets first place instead of second? Got the Scout promo, but not the one you wanted most. Scout's a scout, though. Siggy does have a good lead here from Polandra. Let's take a look at the discard here. Ooh, we have the Ortis Spy and Jack Frost. We have a Thoth that has when I leave the expedition zone, you may pay 1 to create a token in each expedition. And this is if you control a token, create another token in your companion on the Monolith Rune Scribe. Now we see a late game Baba Yaga come out for Siggy, and the very scary Cone Man is still on the table for El Wiwi. Also, a lot of mana here. 2 mana difference. Oh, yeah, you just have to ask for a permit. I'm sorry. You can also DM me. Yeah, you just have to ask for a permit so that bots and stuff. Oh, is Ellie gonna say now this is daddy? There's 2 of them. That's funny. There's 2 of them. At a tumult on Saturday? Hell yeah, good luck. Let it snow Annis. I love the Nilum. How have you felt that well played yesterday at local and went 5-0? Well, that's good. I was gonna say, how have you felt about freeze? Because I first thought freeze was pretty good, um, but now I think it just costs too much. I have 2 scouts and one of those oversized tricksters, and I'm not sure what I'm doing with them. Maybe see if I can find a cheap frame. Yeah, I know someone mentioned they were trying to get as many scouts as they could and then just put them together like in a frame together. I like freeze, but yeah, pricey. Had to go with rare slot. Definitely a flex spot. Yeah, moth to a flame is also a kind of hard one. You could maybe try the common. The common is surprisingly not that bad, especially in a faunus. Yeah, yeah, that's why I started with freeze. But I mean, 5-0 at a local is pretty good, especially if it's the same local where you'll be playing the tumult. So that's a good sign. Ooh, Polandra is very low on time though. I just noticed. All right, is this? I think we've hit a point where Elwiwi's gonna advance here, and Siggy is not looking bad, but now is just gonna have no utility here. Just nothing to work with. Also being about a minute negative while Elwiwi has 9 minutes on the clock is getting very dangerous. This is when you got to start fast playing. Ooh, we could see another dragon here in a moment. Ah, I never fixed the timer window. You guys didn't tell me. The window is different when you're spectating versus when you're playing. If this world man. I finally just realized you called me on Discord. Yeah, because you asked if there was a way for you to be on the mic. Siggy just ran out of gas. All right, congrats to El Wee Wee. Lovely to see some Cone Mans coming out. Boston Beaver was able to take down all of the marbles. And let's see. We have not seen Aklo playing yet, so let's go see Aklo's version of Fen here. Did Boston play at Rooted Games? Oh, since the Trial by Frost release, yeah. There's there's a lot of cool shit coming from Altered this year. So I'm really hoping the next set um brings out new people, old people, all sorts of people. Yeah, Boston hasn't been playing in many events until this week either. I don't think I've ever talked to them or seen them, but I know Big Z told me it's definitely Boston Beaver, not Boston Bever. We got a double move from the Fen here, though, and an Aloe still sitting on the board. Aphanis seems very down on the resources. A lot of interaction here. Yeah, Twinkle Twinkle, Cocoon, Tinkerbells, all sorts of more interaction. Oh, there was a Spycraft. Okay, so no longer a double move for Fen. Are you doing sealed or whatever? I still haven't opened these. I'll open them right after. I also have 2 packs of altered that I haven't opened. AC sealed. All right, good luck. We'll have to see if we can get in a game before I leave for PAX. Man, and off you go, a Spycraft and 1 card in hand. Oof. And the resupplies from Fen. You gotta basically Spycraft. Bad situation for Afanis here. That was probably a pretty good choice, especially because of the resupply. This Lyra Scald is pretty good too, though. Hmm. I do love Pomola. Pomola is also very good, yeah. What is the rare? Oh yeah, pretty good stats on the rare. Yeah, I like Pomola. Let me know how it goes. And if you start losing games, it wasn't my fault. Yeah. GG. All right, Aklo. Oh, the cloth cocoon after giving it anchored. Wonderful. All right. Aklo takes that one down. Pretty interesting Fen. A little more straightforward, but some interesting deck choices here. Let's see where we're at with the rest of the tournament. So Aklo will auto qualify for the championship. I think they already have. And now we'll see if El Wee can break the streak of only second place. All right, so Boston on the Tasia. Currently getting a move on the companion side. And a move on the hero side for Finn. Ooh, unique thespian. At dusk. Oh yeah, I have one that's basically like this. So probably gonna see an aloe anchored. It's just got really good stats for this next terrain. Yeah, aloe is actually one of the harder cards to find. I'll tell you how many I have. Let's take a look. I have. I guess I have three. I have three um on Muna, but physically, I think I only actually have two Aloe. I don't think I bought the Lyra Aloes. Another one that I like don't have in Lyra are Hydras. I have zero Lyra Hydras. It's very interesting. Mm. It's looking pretty good for Boston here on Tasia. Elweewee's reserve can get out of control pretty quickly though. Oh boy. A Nyala to switch out an Ink Caster with ooh, a Haven Serengar. Nice. That is going to be very good for this hero section. Yeah, wouldn't be too great on companion for a block or a move of any kind. I think it's really dangerous to keep the spindle here in the reserve. But it survives. Mmm. Mmm. The spindle harvesters get the anchor here. Is a little bit better of a choice based on this terrain that they were able to move into. Elweewee's going to be able to return a Nyala. There's the Nyala again. Chooses to bring back the Ink Caster, put a Will-O-Wisp. Interesting to see the Cone Man not picked. There is a discount on this Will-O-Wisp, though. And LWW does have to be very careful stats-wise here. Is a very big cost on that Cone Man. And the two plants out already have fleeting. A lot of calculation needed here. Mm, 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 mm. We're not waiting on any other games, right? Okay, cool. Now there's some dangerous stuff here for Boston. Definitely don't count El Wee Wee out though. Ooh, Lost in the Woods. What is that a very dangerous pick though? Yeah, it does allow the Cone Man to be picked back up, and now there are two discounts here. Boston in chat says, "LOL, that was stupid." uh, that always makes me feel good casting when I'm like, ooh, and then they say in chat, I shouldn't have done that. Because a lot of these players are no doubt a lot better than I am. And it is a lot easier to look at a high level and pick out things that might not have been the best or might be a mistake. Um, but at the end of the day, there's a reason that I'm doing this more often than competing. Because you guys are all better than I am. Ooh, Boston passed there. Okay. What is in hand is not enough to just get one mountain. Still anyone's game. The Cone Man isn't too scary. The Aloe already has fleeting. A lot of resources for Fen here, though. All right, there's going to be an ad in 30 seconds. I am out of dismissals. So, I am sorry. I can't help you anymore. If you have a free Prime sub, you're always welcome to toss that over and not have to see ads. But I have snoozed. I'm out of snoozes. Target character in your other expedition gains 2 boosts. Up to 1 target character with hand cost 3 or less other than me gains anchored. Nice. 2 cost too. Pretty cool gatekeeper. All right. The sleep here on the Cone Man. We'll see if El Wee has a way out of this here. It's going to Nyala for the what the heck is that called? The sleight of hand. And put the Anansi. Anansi could be a lot of stats here. I think the problem that Tasia can often have at a moment like this is not having enough stats. A Spindle Harvester is basically exactly that. 7 here on water is pretty good though. Do 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 do. All right, there's the sleight of hand to pick up the interesting. So we know that this is a tundra. So the Anansi is going to be get 3 boosts, right? I actually don't even know. Does Anansi count itself? So that then it would get 4 boosts. So we're looking at 6 here. 3 boosts. Okay, it does not count itself. That's what I was leaning towards, but that's a GG, right? Yeah, GG. Boston Beaver coming out of retirement, able to get a auto qualification. I love when it does extra moves for some reason. Boston Beaver able to get a qualification, now up against Aklo. I don't know if Aklo is in the Discord. Um, champion tourney. I'm pretty sure Aklo's already qualified, or am I wrong? I think I'm wrong. Let me look at the mod chat here. Scoreboard. Okay, so Aklo currently has 20 points, or sorry, 16 points in 20th place. Is definitely now qualified. Who was it that I'm still looking for? I'm still looking for Melkame. I don't think is in the server. Or Melkame, however you say that. And I think Jeremy H. No, I think Aklo did. I think Aklo did qualify, but for some reason I couldn't find them in the Discord. But they're right there. What the heck happened? Well, now they're qualified again. Yeah, what's up, Aklo? I don't know what I was thinking. Well, now you're qualified again. Um, I must have had some Discord issues last time. When I was trying to look for your name. But now you're in there. Oh, Discord just went weird when I was doing that and uh scared me. I was gonna say I looked just barely and you were there. I don't know how I couldn't find you before. Now you have the role. All right, let's get into this game though. Boston versus Aklo here. AFTU after you. Very great team. Very great team name out of Brazil. So far, just avoiding each other. Ooh. Nice little Lyra Navigator with better stats than usual, and it provides anchored from anywhere. That's a very, very good resupply of a Magpang Hoarder. Twinkle Twinkle onto the aloe vera to nullify a move. Now we are no longer avoiding each other. Hitting something with sleep that just got anchored is actually a very good move when you think about it. It's gonna stay around anyways, but now it has 0 stats. So what do we got available here? We can anchor the Anansi. There's also an acapella training. Dang, sleeps are just flying around here. Sleep for sleep for sleep. All right. With that, we do see Boston on Tasia take a 1 expedition lead. That Anansi is pretty scary, though. Can still be anchored. All of these plants are fleeting. Ooh. The O-Gun resupply, though. And the Lyra Thespian to come out and help boost them. Do we see a Tanuki? No Tanuki. Ooh. Are we gonna see another Anansi come out here? There's just a lot of stats for Tasia. I believe we did see mechanical training before in the deck. So we could maybe have two things anchored here. Maybe an aloe and the thespian itself. Hey, another Anansi. This one twice, not twice, but two more than the other. Two more than the other. I was hoping for a meditation training. Let's see here, though. We have an anchor on the board for. We have two anchors on the board, actually, for Fen. This Lyra Navigator can anchor. I don't believe. Ooh, a Magping Hoarder. That does allow a move on the companion side here. And a block against Tasia. The little bit bigger Anansi is going to gain anchored. Let's see what Boston picks to anchor here. The aloe. Tasia's already down one mana. Be interesting to see if there's no mana here. I was gonna say, I feel at this point with the resupply and you can afford to give up one turn. You got a mana just in case. An easy anchor on the board. Using the Caregiver to anchor and playing the Muna Druid for stats is pretty good with the Tasia boost here. Also, you don't have to reveal whatever it is that you have in hand. Still a Beauty Sleep on the board to take care of that Anansi or another one that comes out. Ooh. So 3 minutes, 23. Ooh. Mm. You're almost forced to play that Beauty Sleep now, unless whatever is in hand is more than 3 mana. It's very, very common. Most cards in Moon are 3 mana. We do see some Snoozer Shrooms in the deck, though. Snoozer Shroom would be pretty good here. Let's get some Bloodborne in here for this epic final match. What is the final card? It's an Ogun. Very nice card. I believe the Fen has a good chance to stop the companion side here. The hero side will be much harder. Saving the Tooth Fairy would be really good for next afternoon to get rid of the Ogun, as Fen will be going first next afternoon. But it all depends what's in hand. Because you gotta stop one side, or else the game's over here. Oh man. Is it gonna be one short? No, it's that unique Lyra Navigator. Nice. Just hangs in there for one more afternoon. With the Tooth Fairy on board, depending on what Tasia draws here, and resupplies, could still be anyone's game for the moment. The two boosts from this are going to be pretty great. And the O-Gun. Very, very good reserve here. Feel like you have to take out the Gatekeeper now instead of the O-Gun. O-Gun's also very dangerous, though, if there's more plants in hand. See what decision is made. The O-Gun. The O-Gun has left the building. All right, Beaver, what do you got? Ooh, another Aloe with the Tasia boost. It's very good. Are we going to see that Navigator come out maybe? Or a reveal of, yep, Navigator. Doo-doo. Some good choices on what to anchor here, though. Goes with the Aloe. Doop, 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 doop. So we saw the Ortis Gatekeeper come out. Right now, we have a double move for the Fen, though, which would seal the deal. One card in hand. Can this one guard, one card, Fen is out of mana. The Snoozer Shroom would actually not do it. It would do it on the hero side. Ooh, unique. A unique does not do it though, sadly. Believe that's GG's. The missing forest stat. No. Oh, what did I miss? Oh, the water though brought it up one over. All right, I did not count all of the stats. So now we're in arena. Ooh, two aloes versus two aloes. Let's go. All right. Ooh, Boston Beaver is going to have to watch the time a little though. Try to play a little faster. the Isin Boshi can give a boost to a character, but 2 in mountain and 3 in waters. It's pretty good for 2 mana. Connection issues. Unfortunate. I hate that. All right. Once. All right. Mechanical training and a caregiver don't help too much. Tooth Fairy and a Twinkle Twinkle, and that helps a lot. All right. Now that we're into the game, Bloodborne time. Yeah, that was just some very, very good resupply on the side of Fen versus almost useless resupply on the side of Boston Beaver on Tasia. But very good game from both players. Very good showing this week. This is the second to last week of the Ace Season 3 season. The Ace Season 3 season. I mean, that is what it is, though. Next weekend will still be happening. I just will not be streaming. I will let you guys know if there are people streaming it. I'll post that in the Discord or let them post in the Discord. I will be at PAX. And then after that, on the 18th, will be the championship, which will have a stream, of course. And it'll start at 5 p.m. Central Time. But thank you, everyone, for watching. And I will see you not next week, but the week after.